When we approached him one afternoon, Yusuf Tukeh was not eager to talk to us.
I'd like to talk to you about your days as a military commander in Somalia. Sir, there have been some very serious allegations made about you by people in Gibili.
Many legitimate Somali refugees find it frightening that Barry's men are living in this country. Ahmed Samatar heads a largely ISAC group that wants Barry's men out of Canada.
For the Somali refugees, Canada is getting unsafe for them. They see the very same people who have tortured them in the subway. Women are seeing people who have tortured them and raped them. We don't want to deal 40 years later like what happened in the Second World War. Ones are fresh now. Here are the war criminals and the victims are here. We have to stop it. I don't think any Canadian, any public Canadian want to have a neighbor who was a war criminal who had committed crimes against humanity.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
But there are Somalis in Canada who defend Barry's men, mainly people from Barry's own clan, the Darads. A few days before this broadcast, they called a news conference to denounce our investigation as biased. They warn it will trigger civil war among Somalis by stirring up tribal hatreds.
We would like to express our deep dismay and concern.
Hassan Omar of the Somali Canadian Association of Etobicoke knows about Army Commander Tukeh and Judge Ali Noor.
I can assure you that they were military officials, one was military and one was judge, and they were doing their job when they were there. And I was satisfied what they were telling me.
And you believe they're innocent?
And I believe that they were innocent.
Were there any human rights abuses committed under Barry?
Not that I'm aware of.
You're saying that you're not aware of any human rights abuses under the Barry regime in Somalia?
In a sense, the way that the West probably might think about human rights activities, against human rights, is not considered back in Somalia as a human right.
Our interview with Omar was cut short, and outside, angry Somalis expressed their views.
As far as we're concerned, you people are bringing problems for us. You're bringing problems. Listen, my friend, there's violence coming. We don't want no violence.
Keep rolling.
She wants to be interviewed. No.
Shut the fuck up.
We don't want to interview with CBC.
Later, our Somali researcher received a death threat from a man identifying himself as a member of Army Commander Tukeh's clan. Rest assured, the anonymous caller said, that you are going to die because of the Tukeh affair. You and those who are helping you. This is a promise.
I will say only one word.
4 days ago, Yusuf Tukeh finally agreed to be interviewed.
What's that?
The story you have got is completely, entirely, perfectly, and absolutely partial. It's false, totally baseless.
We went to a village called Gibili, and people there, villagers there, told us that you and your men terrorized them, maimed them, had executions taking place all over the place.
All I can say to you, I can't do that to my people. That's false, that's untrue. If I have never did anything wrong to any Somali.
A captain under your command in Gibili said that he was with you when your men went up to a hillside and executed more than 100 people.
Let him go to the court. That's false. I have never did that. I tell you that. I have never did that. I have never did. I'm innocent, and I'm confident of myself. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.
But there was a man who told us that he witnessed you and your men burning 2 people alive, that you were there.
They let him go to the court. That's false. That's false.
Said
that's all what I'm telling you.
A woman
Thank
said
you very
that
much.
you had tied her brother to the back of an armored vehicle and shredded him to bits.
That's all lie. Go to Las Ano, then listen what they say tell you, or Borame. Why don't you go to Borame? You didn't.
You were a commander in Gibili. That's where we went.